We are live. What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah, coming to you again from BucosLocker, which is everywhere I go at. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all my videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify all new videos that's posted on this channel. Also, if you want to donate, please donate. Feel free to donate. All donations are welcome, big or small. The donation links are in the description box: PayPal, Venmo, CashApp. The tag is BucosLocker if you want to use that to support the channel as I give you this content. Also, if you want to follow the Bucs Facebook page, BucosLocker, follow that page as well. I'll be posting in there sometimes. I'll be posting like information about the Bucs, statistics, and just anybody can go in there and make a post. And also the BucosLocker YouTube page. I'm sorry, the Twitter page. All those are in the description box. So feel free to find BucosLocker in whatever social media platform that you prefer. Good afternoon, everybody. I think I have a little bit too much light. Good afternoon, everybody. I am everywhere. I'm on travel right now, so it's all good. I ain't seen y'all. I haven't seen y'all since Sunday, man. I haven't seen y'all. I haven't talked to y'all since Sunday. We came off that big win against the Los Angeles Rams, 55-40. We set a franchise record. Jameis Winston threw 4 touchdowns. Mike Evans had a big game. Chris Godwin had a big game. Ronald Jones was running the ball. The O-line was blocking. The D-line was playing very good. Had some timely turnovers. Shaq Barrett. Just had a lot of good things. Matt Gase made all his field goals, his extra points. Offensive player of the week. We just had a lot of media gave us our due, except for a couple of them, like Colin Cowherd. Cowherd. I call him Cowherd. He talked about the Bucs beating the Rams, and his 3 words were about the Rams. Like he's an LA elitist. So he's not going to give us any props. He felt like the Rams just played bad. And, that was just a bad game the Rams had and didn't want to give us no props. But a lot of the analysts, the talking heads, whatever, the retired guys, they gave us some props. And I highly appreciate that. About time the media stopped giving teams props for losing and not giving us props for winning. So, like, back in the day when we would be the team, we wouldn't get the props. They'll be like, oh, the team played bad. The Bucs won surprisingly, but the team played bad. But this game, it was hard to say, oh, the Rams played bad, and yeah, the Bucs, whatever, they got lucky. No. We actually outplayed the Rams. We were 2 or 3 steps ahead of the Rams. Sean McVay system didn't. It worked. If you throw the ball 68 times, you're going to throw for a lot of yards, and that's not how you win games. When you put the ball in the quarterback's hands like that, and I believe Jared Goff is an okay quarterback. He's not a top-level quarterback. I think the system makes Jared Goff look good. I think you could put any quarterback in that system, he's going to look good. Jared Goff is a product of the system that Sean McVay built for Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan. So don't get that twisted. But Jared Goff is not a bad quarterback. But to throw the ball 68 times and not run Todd Gurley or D'Angelo, Darrell, whatever his name, Henderson, the rookie running back, that's kind of absurd. We stuck with the running game. We ran the ball. The Rams didn't. And when you keep throwing the ball, and this is what we talk about with Jameis Winston, if you throw the ball that many times, you are bound to throw interceptions. If you're throwing the ball 40 plus times, you're going to get interception 35, 40, 45, 50 times. You might throw a couple interceptions because you're giving the secondary more opportunity to intercept the ball or a sack fumble. You know what I'm saying? So throwing that ball that many times, it was so obvious that the turnover was going to happen. For whatever reason, Sean McVay do not like the running game, whatever that means. But whatever's going on with Todd Gurley and Sean McVay, they might have to trade Todd Gurley. They gave him a big contract, but whatever. So back to the Bucs. Enough about the Rams. Back to the Bucs. So a spotlight is on us, right? We should be 3-1. Because of the missed field goal, we're not 3-1, we're 2-2, which is fine. And the thing about it, for BucosLocker, I actually picked the Bucs to lose against the Rams. But remember, I picked the Bucs to win against the 49ers, the Giants, And I think I picked them to lose against the Panthers, but we actually won that game. So the Bucs have surprised me as far as what they winning and what they're losing. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have beat the 49ers. They should have beat the Giants, right? And the Panthers and the Rams was like, So here we are in week 5. We get the Saints. And very interesting dynamic because Drew Brees is not playing. Teddy Bridgewater is playing. So the offense for the Saints has been scaled down to dinking and donking, or dinking and dacking, as they call it, dinking and dacking, to Michael Thomas, the crossing routes that he likes to run. Michael Thomas does not like to go deep. He's not a speed guy. He has hidden speed, but he doesn't have top end speed, right? But he's good with the short intermediate routes, from 0 to like 17 yards. He's very good with that. You got Alvin Kamara, you got Latavius Murray, you got Benjamin. Was it Jared Cook? They got Jared Cook as a tight end. So they have some weapons, but it's just Teddy Bridgewater is very limited on how he plays. He's very limited. He's not a Jameis Winston. He's not going to do that. So if the Bucs scheme the offense to play intermediate in the defense, especially the secondary, I do not want to see Teddy Bridgewater dropping back, throwing for 340 yards. If that happens, you got to start making some moves. You cannot allow Teddy Bridgewater to throw for 340 yards. He's not that type of quarterback. If the Bucs can't hold Teddy Bridgewater for under 250 yards, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to tell you that right now, folks. If we can't hold Teddy Bridgewater to under 100 and 250 yards, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. Am I worried about Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray? Yes. I'm more concerned about Alvin Kamara in the passing game versus the running game. They can run Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray, but I believe we're going to stop them. If we can stop Saquon Barkley, I know some people are not giving us credit for stopping Saquon Barkley because they was like, oh, well, Saquon got hurt in the first half. But even if he wouldn't have got hurt, he wasn't going to go anywhere. And then we played Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey played the whole game. We stopped him, and then Todd Gurley. Then we had the Giants, and then we had Todd Gurley. So it's like, okay, when you going to give us our run defense any credit? But here's the pushback, the rebuttal. Well, if you can throw the ball in the Bucs, why run the ball? That's why they're in a top 5 run defense, because you can throw the ball all over them. So they don't want to give us credit with our run defense because people like to throw the ball on us. Daniel Jones, Jared Goff threw a ton of yards. Okay, I get it. So with Teddy Bridgewater, a tie-in with Teddy Bridgewater, we can't make him look like a Pro Bowl quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is a backup quarterback right now. He's a below average to below average quarterback. If you had to rank the starters, what would you put Teddy Bridgewater at? In the comment section, what would you put, or in the chat room, what would you put Teddy Bridgewater if you had to rank Teddy Bridgewater against 32 starting quarterbacks right now? What would you rank Teddy Bridgewater? Based on what you saw the last 2 weeks, where would you rank Teddy Bridgewater? I'm looking at the comment section right now. Out of 32 teams, 32 starting quarterbacks, where would you rank Teddy Bridgewater? I see 20, 28. I see 40, not ranked, 31, 17, 26, 29. So the point I'm trying to make, folks, we cannot let Teddy Bridgewater look like Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. Because if he does that, we're in trouble. And I'm very concerned about our secondary. Yes, we won the game, but we gave up a lot of passing yards. Granted, he threw the ball 68 times, but some of those passing plays, the coverage wasn't good enough. It was like wide open. Vernon Hargreaves in the trail technique. MJ Stewart in the trail technique. Like what kind of technique? This is how bad it is in our secondary. And I'm getting some real. I'm going to the real talk. I told you this channel is very real. This is how bad it is with MJ Stewart and Vernon Hargreaves. Todd Bowles had to dumb down the play calling in the secondary. He had to make it easy for them to cover, and they still can't get it right. Because anytime you blitz as a cornerback, you got to be on the receiver. Every time you turn around with blitz, the cornerbacks and the slot guys are not attached to the hip on the receiver. They're like 10 yards back. They done went back to the 15 yards off the ball stuff. Like, because Todd Bowles was trying to help them out, trying to give them some confidence. Pay attention, folks. Todd Bowles is trying to give the secondary some confidence. The problem is they're not talented enough. They're just not. I've seen enough from MJ Stewart, Vernon Hargraves, and Carlton Davis he's on the line with me. I've seen enough from them three to let me know they don't fit the system. They're not good man to man. They're not good man to man. They don't jam good. They're just very small. Carlton Davis can jam very good, but Todd Bowles has eased up on him from playing on the line because he grabby. So now if you watch Carlton Davis is playing off the ball now. He's playing off the line of scrimmage because he is one of the top leaders in the NFL with penalties as a DB. So to relieve that, you have Carlton Davis play off the line, no jamming. You know what I'm saying? Just so now Carlton Davis has to kind of read and react on how the receiver with his routes and how he's running and chopping. That hurts Carlton Davis. With Vernon Hargraves and MJ Stewart, they're just too small to jam. They're too small to get in the receiver chest. The receiver won't run right by him. And if you watch Vernon Hargraves and MJ Stewart, they're always getting burnt. Cooper Kupp roast them. Russell Sterling Shepard burnt them. Evan Ingram burnt them. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods burnt them. It's like, golly, man, like I'm just tired of seeing that with those two guys, with Vernon Hargraves and MJ Stewart. They're just not good enough. They're too small. Like, when are we going to accept this? Like, I know people are like, damn, Isaiah, you already giving up on the secondary. Give it time. No, I told you. This season, my expectations is 10 or 11 wins. I don't care. We need to fix up the secondary, or we're going to have to be like Kansas City Chiefs. Which one y'all want? We either going to be the Kansas City Chiefs of the NFC, or we're going to be the Tampa Bay Bucks of the NFC. Because remember, if we mirror Kansas City, Kansas City had a trash defense last year. And even this year, the defense not that good. The defense not good, but guess what? You got to outscore us. I got a feeling that's what's going to happen moving forward. We're going to have to outscore people because I do not have faith in our secondary, particularly at the slot and the cornerbacks. We're just not good enough. We're going to have to be Kansas City. We're going to have to be the Tampa Bay Chiefs. I'm telling you, we're going to have to be the Tampa Bay Chiefs. Until we fix this secondary or make a trade or something, we're going to have to be the Tampa Bay Chiefs. Because we're gonna have to outscore people. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it was very frustrating to see the Rams get these third down catches. And when they got the catches, it was wide open. So I don't know. What can Todd Bowles do? What can Todd Bowles do? He can only do what he can. He's only working with what's on the team. This is a very interesting thing I'm going to say with MJ Stewart and Vernon Hargraves and Carl Davis. They're trying to protect Jason Light. Jason Light drafted Vernon Hargraves, MJ Stewart in the second round, which he should not done that. He shouldn't have done that. And Carlton Davis. He drafted those guys, right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to justify him picking these guys that early. Vernon Hargraves at number 10, I think, or 12, whatever, and MJ Stewart and Carlton Davis in the second round. So they're trying to stick it out with those guys to see if they're gonna pan out like Chris Godwin, OJ Howard, James starting to pan out a little bit, Mike Evans, Cameron Brate, Ali Marpet, Alex Kappa starting to pan out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to Vita Vea, you know what I'm saying? So they're trying to keep them on the team so they maybe eventually get good. But where have you seen those guys that they're going to look like they're going to get good? But enough of the secondary. You know what I'm saying? Enough of the secondary. I just want to see the young guys get in there, Dean and Button. Because if they're going to play like that, you might as well put the rookies in. I told you, if the rookies are playing the same thing as the veterans, you go with the rookies. At least the rookies can improve. The veterans are the veterans, right? MJ Stewart, he is who he is. He's not going to get. He's still slow. He's not going to get any faster. He doesn't have good coverage techniques. And like Carl Davis, he's a grabby guy. That's who he is. Vernon Hargraves is too little. He can't tackle really good. No. I like the safeties better than the corners in the slots. But anyway, enough of that. But against the Saints, going back to that part right there against the Saints. I'm not too concerned about Teddy Bridgewater, but like I stand by what I say. We cannot let him throw the ball down the field, 250 yards or plus. I'm telling you this now. 250 yards or more, we're going to be in trouble. We got to control Alvin Kamara in the passing game. Alvin Kamara runs routes very well for a running back. And guess who's going to be guarding him? Jordan Whitehead, Mike Edwards, and maybe sometimes MJ Stewart. But our safeties are pretty good. But they're going to have their hands full with Alvin Kamara. Devin White should be coming back. Levante David. So those guys right there really have to put an emphasis on covering Alvin Kamara. Have to really put an emphasis on covering him out the backfield. As far as running the ball, he's very balanced. It's like every time I see Alvin Kamara, he get hit. It's like he don't go down. He kind of like goes with the hit. Like I don't know. He's very hard to tackle. Probably one of the top 5 guys in the NFL as far as trying to tackle. Like it's hard to tackle him. Like the dude is like a freaking, I don't know what he is, man. Like Stretch Armstrong mixed in with some Spider-Man. I don't know what he is, man. Like he's unique. He's got a great balance, great vision, deceptive speed. Then their second back, Latavius Murray. I'm not too concerned about him. He's a straight up and down runner. You know, he's easy to tackle. Kamara is the big concern. He's like Christian McCaffrey. He's a bigger version of Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's a little faster, but Alvin Kamara is better overall. You know what I'm saying? He's bigger. He has better hand. You know, he's overall better. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't separate by that much. It's just Kamara just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? To me. So if we can stop Christian McCaffrey, the game plan we had against Christian McCaffrey is the game plan we can have against Alvin Kamara. The difference is Alvin Kamara in that system with Sean Payton is very tricky. He uses Alvin Kamara very well. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. We got the whole Alvin Kamara total yards, that's running and receiving, under 150 yards total offense. That's catching and receiving. Because he gets yards. Because our secondary. But if we could just control him and make sure he's not doing the crazy stuff he be doing on the field, that's like that hypes up that crowd, because it's going to be loud in the Superdome. I'm telling you, folks, if you haven't been to the New Orleans Superdome, I live in New Orleans. It is crazy loud in the Superdome. It's always sold out, you know, especially when it's a big game. There's some tickets available for this game, but like the Dallas game, it was like packed, like loud as hell. So they're going to be amped up, and they're going to feed off of Alvin Kamara. They're going to feed off of Michael Thomas. Now, as far as the Saints line, the Saints got a good line. They got Armstead, Ramczyk. The key matchup is Shaq Barrett against the left tackle Armstead and the right tackle Ramczyk. Those are 2 good tackles. I wish we can take those tackles. I wish we could take Armstead and give them Donovan Smith. Matter of fact, no. I wish we could take Ramczyk. We could have drafted Ramczyk, by the way. Take Ramczyk and we'll give them Dotson. You know, but they got 2 good tackles. Their guards with Andres Pete and their center McCoy, we should be able to beat them. I think a lot of the penetration is going to come from the middle. I think we're going to give them problems with the blitz. I think we got to blitz Teddy Bridgewater. We got to blitz Teddy Bridgewater and make him uncomfortable. We have to, because when it's obvious passing downs, the Bucs got to be ready to get, just like they got in Jared Goff's face, do the same thing with Teddy Bridgewater. Because Teddy Bridgewater hasn't played a defense like this at all. Now, he played the Cowboys defense, which is pretty good, but we blitz way more than the Cowboys defense. We're going to cause a lot more confusion. Devin White, he comes back. Ryan Smith, maybe he can get out there in the slot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But we got to cause some confusion. Keep blitzing. And Michael Thomas, he catches everything. Intermediate. I'm going to repeat. He's an intermediate receiver. 0 to 17 yards. That's where a lot of his catches come from. Vernon Hargraves. Carl Davis, can you guard Michael Thomas? Can you give us something in the secondary? The linebacker is going to have a problem or have some fits with Alvin Kamara, Devin White. You know, he's coming back. Levante David, So we're gonna see, man. Offensively, now I know everybody want me to talk about the offense, right? Now let's just keep it real. Their offense, as constructed right now, versus our offense constructed right now. Who would you pick? The Saints offense or the Bucs offense right now? Let me hear it in the comment section. Let's be real. Who would you rather have? Teddy Bridgewater, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Jameis Winston, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Ronald Jones, O.J. Howard, Kevin Brate. Get what I'm going at? The Saints defense versus the Bucs offense. That is the biggest matchup in the whole game. The Saints defense came off a great performance against the Cowboys offense. They shut down Dak Prescott. They shut down Ezekiel Elliott. They shut down Amari Cooper. Now they got to shut down the Bucs offense. Good luck with that. I'm gonna be real. Like if the Bucs come in this game clicking, the Saints are gonna have major problems. They're going to have major problems stopping us. If some way and somehow we can find a third receiver, because you got to remember they got Marshawn Lattimore and Eli Apple. Now, here's the catch-22 with those two guys. Those guys have given up a lot of yards. Marshawn Lattimore is number 1 in the NFL as far as giving up yards as a cornerback. Let me repeat, folks. He is number 1 or number 2 in the NFL as far as yards, total yards that he's allowed. And he's going to be guard most likely Mike Evans. And you know Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore history kind of a little shaky there. So I'm pretty sure Mike Evans is going to be chomping at the bit to eat him up again. The last time I remember, Mike Evans made Marshawn Lattimore fall on the ground, eat dirt. So, and Mike Evans he's really good, and he's not even in his prime yet. So that's going to be a really good matchup. But the biggest issue the Saints is going to have is stopping Chris Godwin. Do they take Marshawn Lattimore and put him on Chris Godwin? Do you take Marshawn Lattimore, put him on Chris Godwin, and take Eli Apple and put him on Mike Evans? What do you do? What do you do with Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard? I wish these two guys. I wish Bruce Arians can find a way to get these two guys the ball. I'm telling you, if for some strange reason, if O.J. Howard can have a breakout game, like 7 catches, 2 touchdowns, and have a balance. Like I like to see Mike Evans and Chris Godwin get 8 catches apiece and 9 catches apiece, but I want to spread out a little bit more so where the Saints don't even know who's getting the ball. Because look at our offense. Our offense set up pretty dynamic. You don't really know who can get the ball. We've got so many weapons. Think about it. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate, Ronald Jones. That's 5 people that you got to worry about. At any given time, any given snap, you got to worry about 5 people. And then our running game, plus our O-line, has improved heavily. Jameis Winston has improved since the first game. So everything that we're doing right now, offensively, the arrow is pointing up. Think about it, folks. Since the 49ers game, what has our offense done? It's ascended. It's going up every week. Jameis Winston is getting more comfortable. Bruce Arians told the media he wants Jameis Winston to keep throwing the ball, let it rip. And that's what Jameis Winston's doing. He's playing with the utmost confidence. He's not playing with reckless. He's not playing reckless. Like he was trying to make up for the deficiencies that we had. Poor special teams, poor defense, poor running game, poor O-line. Jameis Winston felt like he had to do it all himself. So if you look at some of those throws he made from 2015 to 16, 17, 18, some of those throws, you'll be like, why did he do that? He's trying to make a play. But this year, Byron Leftwich and Bruce Arians, Clyde Christensen, Tom Moore have told him, dude, you got a lot of talent around you. We gonna get you right, and we're gonna get the talent around you on the same page as you. And that's what happened. The talent has caught up with Jameis Winston. Now, yes, I get it. Mike Evans was always good, but what I'm saying is from a team standpoint, the guys that we had a lot of questions about or the system itself has caught up to Jameis Winston. Because Jameis Winston was trying to win, reckless. When When you got a lot of weapons like that, you're trying to uplift them, but the right coach wasn't put in place to uplift the other guys, specifically the running game and the O-line. And if you notice, since the staff got there, since their first game, the O-line has gotten better every game. Has Jameis Winston took 10 sacks this season, 11 sacks, something like that? Sure, yes. But think about it. Half of those sacks was because of Jameis Winston. I got time. I got time. Oh. He didn't know what to do. He's not used to having time, but now he got time. He's getting more comfortable. The O-line is blocking way better. Still got questions on the left and right tackle, but even those two numbnuts are blocking a whole lot better. How many times we've heard Donovan Smith and Dotson name in the last couple of weeks? How many times have we heard Donovan Smith name and Dotson name in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Not that many times. They're actually doing a good job. But my biggest focus when it comes to the Bucs O-line is the emergence of Alex Kappa. Have you seen him block the last 3 weeks? He is doing a hell of a job. Did Jason Light strike gold with Alex Kappa? Do we have 2 legit guards now? Can Alex Kappa match Ali Marpet? Because if you go back and watch that Rams game and the Giants game, he got beat here and there, but he's doing a hell of a job. And he was blocking Aaron Donald one-on-one. Aaron Donald got him one time. And that was early in the game. There was a lot of times that Aaron Donald had Alex Kappa one-on-one, and Alex Kappa was blocking him one-on-one. I was like, oh my gosh, has Alex Kappa figured it out? Has Alex Kappa ascended? Did he finally like, oh, I got it. I just blocked one of the best defensive tackles in the league, one of the best players in the league, one-on-one. And when you can block Aaron Donald one-on-one as a second-year starter, that's like, I'm really proud of Alex Kappa. And I was really hard on Alex Kappa. And let me be the first to say, I apologize, because it was so frustrating that we spent a third-round pick on him, and he didn't show. Like, he didn't show anything. And I was like, why did we reach for that guard? Small college. Like, what's going on here? Like, and Alex Kappa has impressed me to the point that I'm on BucosLocker apologizing. I don't apologize like that because I'm a hard guy. But Alex Kappa has shown me something these first 4 weeks, that he's gotten better every week. And the Rams game really got my eyes open because I really was looking at him. He was blocking Aaron Donald one-on-one. They left him on the island a couple times. And folks, I'm going to say this. If he figured it out, right guard has been solved. Right guard moving forward has been solved. We are good there. Interior, we are good. And you want to know why? You want to know why I say that? Because our running game has improved. Our pass blocking, and our run blocking has improved dramatically, all because of Alex Kappa improvement. Sometimes it takes one guy to make the O-line play up to their potential. We got one of the highest paid O-lines in the NFL. They should be playing good. We got one of the highest O-lines in the NFL, highest paid O-lines in the NFL. We should be playing good every game. All we need is an upgrade in the right tackle. Donovan Smith was playing pretty good. I like Donovan Smith, but he's playing pretty good, folks. No holding calls. Like, how many holding calls? Does anybody notice? How many holding calls does Donovan Smith have? Anybody tell me? And get me that information. And as I continue with this video, but blocking the Saints defense, the defensive line, Cam Jordan and Marcus Davenport, and their defensive tackles. Sheldon Rankin's coming back. Well, Sheldon Rankin's back. Demario Davis, Anzalone hurt. They got AJ Klein. They have Kiko Alonso. I think we can do a good job blocking the Saints D-line. But the only problem I have is the Cam Jordan guy. Cam Jordan is a problem. But if Dotson can figure him out, I think we'll be good. Because on the left side, I think Donovan Smith can block Marcus Davenport. He did a pretty good job last year. And then the Saints secondary is a little bit overrated to me. Like I said, Marshawn Lattimore has given up a lot of yards. Eli Apple overrated. Then you got Marcus Williams and Von Bell. I don't like them either as far as safety. We can throw the ball. If we can get the ball, and think about this, folks. The biggest thing I learned about our offense as the season has been progressing in the first quarter of the season, we're 2-2. The balance of the run and pass. It's almost 50-50. The run versus pass when it comes with the Bucs offense. It's almost 50-50. Unlike Dort Cutter, he had our offense at like 70-30 pass versus a run, putting all that pressure on Jameis Winston. So we have all the components. We are a very dangerous team. Like you just ain't finna just play us, and we're not finna play hard. All because I told you, coaching makes a difference. Some of you didn't believe it when I said this, but coaching made this team really bad. Dort Cutter made the team really bad. His philosophy, the way he approached the game as a coach, offensively and defensively, who he hired, affected the team. We lost a lot of confidence with Dort Cutter as a head coach, with Mike Smith and Mark Duffner and Brinson Buckner, rah-rah guy. They were trash coaches. They were trash. We got the right coaches moving forward. But now at the end, our special teams still a little shaky. I'm still not sold on our punt return, our kick return. Our field goal kicker, he's gotten better. He made all his extra points. He did miss one, but it was a flag and he had a re-kick. So we have improved as far as kicking. That was only 1 week. But I want to see our punt return, our kick return do something. Now, here's the biggest thing. I need y'all to tell me, who would you pick? Remember, I told you every game it always comes down to coaching. Now, granted, we lost against the Giants. Pat Shermer versus Bruce Arians. You take Bruce Arians all day. Bruce Arians made a blunder and gave Pat Shermer the victory by moving the ball back 5 yards. Then comes this past Sunday, he plays the Rams against Sean McVay. He made Sean McVay look really elementary. Todd Bowles and Bruce Arians, right? And Byron Leftwich. So here we are this week. We got Sean Payton versus Bruce Arians. Todd Bowles versus Dennis Allen. Pete Carmichael versus Byron Leftwich. Pretty even. Pretty even, man. We're pretty even teams. The difference between this game is the quarterback situation. We have a better quarterback situation versus the Rams. Rams are playing with a backup quarterback, and we have to win this game. We have to take advantage of it. And this is one of the games I picked, I believe, that we're going to beat the Saints. So with that being said, this is a very even matchup. But what's going to put us over the hump is our offense. We're able to play to our full potential, and the Saints can't play to the full potential because of Drew Brees hurt. And this is, if we get this win, boy, we gonna go on a run. I'm gonna tell you right. I'm gonna put it on the line right here. If we beat the Saints in New Orleans by a field goal, by 1 point, whatever, we're gonna go on a run. The confidence is gonna be out the roof. So with that being said, BucosLocker prediction: the Bucs will win this game. The score will be 28-24. Yes, we're going to give up some points because of secondary. But we will win this game 28-24. Jameis Winston will have a good game. Ronald Jones will have a good running game. He will finally be the featured back. And the receiving core going to do their thing. And the O-line going to block their ass off. And I'll be at the game. So that's why I say we're going to win. So with that being said, that's my preview for the Bucs and Saints, mixed in with some, Bucs information. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going. I got to get back to what I was doing. But with that being said, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Who do you think is going to shine in this game? Shaq Barrett? Dominican Sue? Will the secondary step up? Will the O-line keep blocking like the way they've been blocking the last 2 weeks? Will Jameis Winston continue to be playing 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the last 3 weeks? I mean, Ronald Jones ascending. I mean, we got a lot of good things going on right now. The coaching's gotten better. So with that being said, did I miss anything? No. So with that being said, this your boy Isaiah coming to again from BucosLocker. Subscribe, like, comment, share to all the videos that's posted on this channel. Don't forget the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. With that being said, to all my pirates and my sea bandits and my swashbucklers, so all the Bucs family social media platforms, you know what it is. It's BucosLocker. I want you to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, and we playing with no risk, but we getting that biscuit now. BucosLocker out. Y'all have a good day. Peace.